Couple minutes late to start. Welcome to Rise to Everything. Go ahead and pause the music for a minute. I wanted to tell everybody, welcome to Rise to Everything. I am Arthur. I'm the host of Rise to Everything. My computer crashed, so I'm going mobile, but I'm not letting anything stop me from the things that I need to do today and the messages that I want to send out today. Okay. And it's important to me to be able to go on and talk about the things that I want to start today, which is how to easily what comes after the storm, right? And that's what this segment is about what happens after the storm. And what I mean by that is when it comes to what happens after the storm, we'll get into it in a minute. But I am going to go ahead and start with a prayer. I went to church today. It was a very blessed day at church. I apologize that I had to go mobile instead of my computer. My computer crashed, but my secondary plan B is my phone. So here I am. So went to church, had a uh, um, blessed time at the church, and the word today was it had to do with storms. You know, things that are going through our lives and things that have no explanation, and things that are going bad at this time. And then we're trying to figure out why is these things happening, right? Why are things bad? You know, why am I suffering anxiety, depression, and why things are going so bad? I can't pay my bills, and I'm going through so much things in my life, right? So one of the things about going through a storm and how you make it through the storm is that you need to understand that there's a process, right? We always talk about the process. And one of the process that I want to talk about is that a storm and going through experiences in the storm is lessons of life that you go through and that builds character for you to be able to move on and learn from it. You see, when it comes to natural disasters, when it comes to things that are happening in life, we learn from hurricanes, we learn from tornadoes, and we learn that in the next season that comes or the next time it comes around, what can we do to prevent things or to make things easier for us and be more protected? Well, life works the same way when it comes to the storms. Sometimes you're trying to explain to yourself that why am I going through so much in my life, so much storms and so many things that are happening, and why are they happening, right? Why is these happening to me? And you know, I can't catch a break. I can't, seem to focus on the things that I need to focus on. But one of the things that you need to learn in life is that things are not always going to be peaches and cream. But what's going to keep you through that storm, what's going to keep you surviving through that storm, what's going to keep you going is your faith. Is your faith in Jesus and believing that everything will, with patience and having patience and belief in your faith, is how you'll go through the storm. And it's constantly by being consistent. You have to be consistent and staying in that storm. Sometimes we get very impatient because we go through so much stuff, so much problems, so much stress, and a lot of things that we have no control of. And we're thinking, why is this happening to me? Why are things happening so bad to me when other people or things are going good for them? Well, the things that people are going through so good, or things that people went through, or things that went through too good for some people, is that they already went through the storm and now this is the after storm for them. So now they're experiencing all the beauty and all the calmness and the peace because they already went through all the obstacles and all the things that they needed to go through. See, we will be tested in our lives some things that we have to go through in our life. And that's a test. How patient you'll be and how consistent you'll be with your faith. That's one of the things we talked in church was consistency on your faith. Is keeping the consistency, the belief that everything is going to be fine. You see, there's a lot of people that suffer from anxiety and depression. I'm one of those people here and there. That happens to me, comes and goes. But one of the things that I've learned is that you have to take control of your mind. The storm is very powerful. There's no question about it. When you have a storm, it is very powerful, and you try to survive out of it. And that's what you try to do in life. You try to survive to all the bad things that happen to your life. They have no explanation. We lose loved ones. We lose people that we care about, friends. And we're trying to understand why these things happening to us. Why these things happen to us in this kind of way. But these are parts of the storm, and this is parts of God's way of doing certain things. You see, when Jesus calls you, and it's your time, it's your time. And there's nothing more honored than to be up there in paradise with him. There's no better life than that. I'm not trying to say that, you know, death is probably like we want to do is go, you know, leave this world to go there. But that's not decided by us. That's decided by Jesus and God when our time is right. And one of the things that I'm learning is that you have to honestly, consistently believe in your faith. Stay strong with your faith. And I got to tell you, the storms in life, and I'm going to show you what the obstacles in life are in general. Look at me. I'm doing my podcast on my phone now because my computers went down. But those weren't obstacles. Those were things that were preventing me from doing what I needed to do in my life. But because I have faith, I'll find another plan or another way to do it. And I find another way to be able to get to my podcast and say the word of things that I needed to say. Even though my computer went down, I said to myself, there's got to be another way for me to go on, right? To be able to put my word out there and to be able to express the things that need to be expressed. Great example today. And it's all about the storm. These are the things we go on a day to day. We don't plan things to go. We plan things to happen a certain way and they turn out to be another way. And we don't have no control of that, how these things operate. We could be prepared. We could have everything prepared and be proactive, and things can still go the wrong way. Are we going to beat ourselves and stress out about it? No, we're not. What we're going to do is we're going to keep going. We're going to continue to be strong with it, and we're going to continue with the focus and go through the storm and survive the storm. What comes after the storm? Well, we all know that rainbows, beautiful skies come after the storm, after a hurricane. All the sky is cleared. Life is the same way. Once you go through all the bad things you have to go through, you have to have faith that things will get better. You have to continue to believe that Jesus got your back, God's got your back, and that these are things that you're going through. They're a lesson in life. These are things that you'll learn from, and you'll be able to conquer it later on in life. See, there's nobody in this world can say that they haven't been through storms. Even the most wealthiest people go through some bad things in their lives and go through some stuff financially before they make it to the top. Michael Jordan lost more games in the beginning of his career and missed so many shots before he became successful. That was his storm. He had to go through all that and to learn all that and to understand what it is to lose, to be able to get to a stage to be a winner. But life is the same way. And it's experienced with every single person in life on a day-to-day. You see, you have to weather the storm. You cannot be negative when you go into the storm. You have to be positive that you will come out of the storm. And you have to. All right, sorry, folks. It sounds like I had to cut off a video, but we're still here. I'm still here. So let's go ahead and jump back on. It's a little delay there, but I'm going to still keep talking because it's so funny that the topic today is about storms and what happens today. Everything that can happen wrong with this video is willing to stop me from saying there's things that I need to do. But I'm not going to stop talking because there's a lot that needs to be covered. There's a lot that has to be said. And there's a lot that you have to believe in and stay with. So I'm here. The storm is coming. I'm going to go through it, survive it, and believe in it that everything's going to be fine, to get my word out, to help people that are going through what they're going through, to understand that I go through it as well. I go through bad storms. I go through bad experiences. And it's not easy to go back and stay positive with it. It's really not an easy thing to do. But you have to stay focused. You have to believe in yourself. And even, like I said, I'm pushing and trying to get this thing done today, our podcast, on the conditions I am. I'm still trying. You have to keep pushing when things get hard and believe in it. That's the whole point, right? Is to believe in it, stay focused, and let everything take its course. All right? And like I said, every day, I tell everybody, stay the course, believe in the process. The storm will pass, and the skies will be clear, and things will come back to where they need to be. Remember always to thank you, Jesus, for another day. Thank you, Jesus, for a beautiful day. If you're able to wake up, family, and always staying loyal and trust in the process, right? I always say to always recognize your blessings and be thankful. Right? Every segment I say that. Recognize your blessings and be thankful for it. And that's important, to be able to be thankful for that. Right? I always tell you every day, happiness is a choice, guys. I'm gonna keep saying it every time in my podcast. Happiness is a choice. You choose to be happy, you'll be happy. You choose to be unhappy, then you won't be happy. But happiness is a choice. Every segment I talk about, and I talk on my podcast, I'm going to bring up the fact that you need to stay happy. You make that choice on a day-to-day basis. Nobody else makes that choice for you. Okay? Always remember, and I'll mention it every single segment, how to value your own. Value your own worth. It's part of going through the storm. All these topics are important when you go through the storm, to understand the value of your worth. But while you're going through the storms, you have to understand that the most biggest word you need to have is faith. Your faith will get you through anything, through the storms, through the bad times, good times. Your faith is everything. Like I said, even when this podcast started and my computer went down and a minute ago it cut off and I'm back on again, I am not going to let the storm interrupt what I need to say today, what I need to say from my heart, and what I need to address. Because whoever gets to hear the words of what I have to that I have to say is all positive. If I can help somebody that's going through some hard times, that's going through a storm right now, health wise, financial wise, relationship wise, if you're going through a storm right now, you have to go through it and you'll be tested. And how would you be tested? You'll be tested based on your faith. Your faith will determine how fast you will get out of a storm. If your faith is not strong, then you'll be there a long time. You got to believe that you will get out of bad situations. You got to believe that things will get better. You have to believe that the simple fact that nobody can control their destiny but Jesus and God, and you believing in that. If you believe in Jesus and God, and you believe in the process in the spiritual part of life, and you stay positive, a lot of the stuff that happens to you physically will go away. No pills will take care of that. No therapist will take care of that. You got to believe every day you wake up in the morning is take control of your mind and say, I'm in control right now. I'm going to have a good day, and nobody's going to stop me from doing that. Like I said, things are not always going to go the way that you want them to go. They're going to go certain directions and they're going to go another directions. But how you handle the situation when it's bad is will define your greatness. Like I said, computer down, doesn't matter. I have a phone. Well, is it as clear as The computer, probably not, but I'm here. I'm not letting nobody stop me, nothing stopping me from putting the word out there. The important word when it comes to my faith, I'm not letting anything stop me. This is part of life. This is part of the whole storm, the things that you go through in life. But you have to be able to have a plan B. You have to always be able to keep going, even when you get hit hard. When we lose our loved ones, when our relationships are shaky, when our relationships are bad with our children, all kinds of stuff like that you have to stay the course and believe that things will get better. So, folks, when it comes to getting through the storm, stay the course. Don't throw the towel like a fighter. Don't give up. Don't throw the towel. The way to get out of the storm and to get out of bad situations is to pray. Continue praying. Continue believing that you will be able to get out of that storm. Because after the storm, the sky will be clear. So I wanted to address that because we all go through certain things in our lives, health wise, relationship wise, and all that. We don't need a magic pill. We just need a magic word, a magic word, which is Jesus, God, belief, faith, belief, stay positive, build positive energy, and the rest will take care of itself. That's what it's all about. For those of you who are listening today, please subscribe and Rise to Everything. It's right on the bottom there on YouTube or Facebook. Okay, and like I said before, if there's any questions, leave it there in our comments, or anything that you want to bring up, or something that you want me to talk in the next segment. Please let me know. Okay. Now, I don't want to talk about politics today. I want to. We can talk about sports, but the trade line was bad. Miami Heat didn't get nobody. They went out there and got absolutely nobody in the trade, but they're going to stay with what they have, and they're going to weather the storm. Another great example in life. You see, some people don't believe in you, and some people don't, but they're willing to go with what they have, and that's what life is about. You have to roll with the punches of what you have. As long as you believe in the journey, everything else will take care of itself. You have to believe in it. R2E, words of the day. How you weather the storm? Keep the faith. The way you weather the storm is by keeping the faith. That's how you do it. There's nothing else to it. There's no secrets to it. There's no, let me go talk to this person and they'll give me the right advice. You own your own power of your brain, your mind. You control it. Once you let something else control it, anxiety, depression, once you let that control it, you've lost everything. So you have to take control of your own mind. It's all you got. Whatever it takes, faith, praying, staying positive. You have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody else or love anybody else. It all starts with you. It all starts with you. So, folks, one thing I can tell you right now, have a blessed day today. Keep your head up. For those of you going through the storm, I feel you. I pray for you. Stay the course because it will clear after the storm. Believe in yourself and everything else will fall into place. And as always, rise to everything. To everything you do, rise to everything you do. Elevate your game. God bless and have a blessed Sunday. Take care.